In today's session, we are letting go of attachments. Letting go of the attachments you have running you consciously or unconsciously that are holding you back from moving in to your next level of business, next level of finance, the next level of your life, that future wealthy you, that heart, body, soul aligned version of you. Your attachments actually control or suffocate or squash what it is that you truly desire. And mostly these attachments are running unconsciously. You may be aware of where some attachments are playing out in your life, in your business, in your finance. But as you do the manifestation mastery process, you will start to see your attachments will start to be revealed to you. And these are the attachments that we want to support you to release and let go of so that you can rewire to receive and open up to receive your next level, whatever it is that you want. It can be challenging to let go of things that you are attached to. There is a part of you that does not want to let go of your attachments. And yet there is another part of you, that heart, body, soul aligned version of you that longs to live beyond those attachment patterns. So there can be an inner conflict. And this is why we do the daily practice of money manifestation mastery to support you with this, to train you into your next level and to get you ready ahead of time. So when you connect to what you want and what you truly desire, then we want to see where you're contracting against it or gripping or holding on for dear life, where you are attached to things that are actually holding you back. Now, these attachment patterns can show up in all sorts of ways. You can be attached to people. You can be attached to places. You can be attached to things. You can be attached to certain ways of doing things. You can be attached to substances. There are so many things that you can be attached to. And we want to make sure that you start this conversation from a place of curiosity, what I like to call the wealthy witness, rather than from a place of judgment or criticism. You just want to be able to reveal to heal, right? To see so you can set yourself free. Because if you can't see or identify what's going on, it's really hard to make that positive change. So immediately you may start to think about things that you are attached to. And we want to hold space for this to help you shift, change, and transform it. If what you're attached to is actually holding you back from what you want, where you're going, and who you are becoming. So there may be things you're attached to that you know aren't good for you. For example, you might be attached to certain foods that aren't very healthy, or certain things you're doing you know aren't healthy or not good for you, or maybe certain relationships that you know aren't healthy or good for you, but you can't seem to quit it. You are attached, you are clinging on to that thing. And then we want to support you with the letting go to move into your next level. But equally, there might be things that you're attached to that you really don't want to let go of. And so we need to support you with this process, one patient, loving step at a time. So I'm going to share with you how the manifestation mastery method in these steps can help you with this. And then we're going to dive into a deeper meditation activation to help you with this. So curious what's coming up into your awareness at this point. What are you aware of that you are attached to? I would love to hear. So fundamentally, with these attachments, they as I said, they grip, they control, they contract against the consciousness of your heart, body, and soul. And they can keep you stuck, they can keep you small, they can keep you spinning your wheels. But underneath that attachment is a deeper, richer process, which is about your unmet needs. And with attachments, you're seeking to meet a need or have a need met from an external source. So as we do that, as you give your energy away to this external source to meet that need, you actually dim your power. You leak your energy. You make the external thing the source. You give your power away. And part of rewiring these attachment patterns is about understanding what's running inside of you in your inner psychology or your nervous system, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your patterns that are running inside of you, and find out what the unmet need is. We want to go deeper than the pattern. We want to go deeper than the attachment to help pull the plug on it, to help shift and rewire. So it's absolutely normal when you are young, when you're little and you're in those early developmental stages to seek externally because you need that at a certain point in your life. But as you mature and get older and you're stepping into leadership in all areas of your life, your empowered, wealthy version of you, that part needs to understand that actually the shift starts within, that you are the source. And we want to pull all your energy back from all the places you've been giving your energy away or giving your power away. Because there's usually, with those attachment patterns, there's not a beautiful and natural giving and receiving happening with that flow. There'll be an energy leak there. Because when connections are aligned, heart, body, soul aligned, there's a natural giving and receiving. There's a flow of energy. And from there, you don't need to attach. You don't need to grip. You don't need to cling because you can trust in the consciousness of that connection and the co-creation that happens from that place. So we need to start to work with your next level attachment to help you unhook, let go, rewire to receive and step into your next level. So again, the manifestation mastery method or the practice is going to help you see where your attachment patterns are playing out. And I also, from experience, would like to say that please be patient and give yourself time because the practice is designed to get you ready to unhook, let go, and move into a new place. This doesn't necessarily shift or change overnight. And this is why it's a daily practice, why you need to keep coming back to the practice so you can unhook, let go, release, rewire, embody that future wealthy version of you and start to move forward and make different changes and make different choices. So what I learned the hard way in my life is if I tried to force myself to change, it would just grip me tighter. And this is what I have found. If you can create change from force or from judgment or from criticism or for giving yourself a hard time, but it doesn't necessarily shift the pattern or shift you on a deeper level. I found from a place of love and compassion and safety and space, in time, you will start to rewire, but you need to be showing up to the practice every day to do this, to get yourself ready ahead of time. And then at some point, you'll just slipstream into change. So it may take time building yourself up to get ready to make that change. And so this is the work that we do, the behind the scenes. Even if you can't quite let go, can't quite unhook, right? Can't quite release, you can get yourself ready. So at some point you just drop in. And that's when we see that magical manifestation or things like, oh, they just suddenly appear or it suddenly clicks into place. You've actually prepared yourself ahead of time. So please be patient with yourself. It is a discipline. It is a practice, but it does require patience and it requires self-compassion and self-love as you go through this and understanding that letting go of attachment, rewiring to receive can take time. So please remember that as we go into this process. Now, you can't force yourself through change, but you can hold a very powerful intention to change. And if you show up to the work and show up to the practice, it will shift and change in time. Okay, beautiful. Right. So the way that I navigate this process, letting go of attachments, is about tapping into what it is that you want and connecting to future wealthy you. Because how do you know what's good for you and what's not good for you, right? A lot of patterns are developed from very, very young ages and stages, and they're running you unconsciously. And they're so hardwired, they're so your normal that you may not even consider questioning it. And it's very much part of how you've been, what you've done, what you do. They're habits of behavior, essentially. So in order to understand what you need to let go of and what you need to let in, we want to tap into what it is that you want, what it is that you desire. So I'd like you to take a minute to think about what you want to manifest, the amount of money and beyond, what you want. And we're going to use your intention to support you with this process. So just take a minute to connect to what you want to manifest. And let's welcome it into this conversation, because we want to tap into the consciousness of what you want and get yourself ready for our activation today. So beautiful. We're welcoming in your want, welcoming in your desire, calling it into the room. And then we want to tap into who is that version of you that has already manifested that result. Someone I like to call future wealthy you, when you're embodying your wealth, when you've already manifested that result. Who is that version of you? This version of you lives inside of you. This version of you is an undeveloped part of you that you're going to grow into, blossom and become, one step at a time. And we want to call on future wealthy you to be your leader, to be your guide, to be your mentor, to show you the path between where you are now and your attachments and habits to who you want to become, the version of yourself that's going to manifest, that's going to create what it is that you want. And we're going to start to bridge that gap and bring them together and let future wealthy you lead present day you. And sometimes present day you need some convincing to go through this process. So present day you needs to understand, why are you going to go through this change? Why are you going to let go of all these attachments that make you feel safe or secure or keep you in the world that you know? Why are you going to let that go? Because what you want, what you desire, is really important to you. So your desire has to be more important to you than staying safe, staying small, staying in the world that you know. So you can transition from the world that you know into the world that you truly desire. Now remember, that world actually lives inside of you. That future wealthy you lives inside of you, and we need to help them to blossom and become. And from my point of view, this is more aligned with who you truly are, that heart, body, soul aligned version of you. The version of yourself that's hooked into attachments is usually coming from old trauma, old family programs, societal programs, cultural programs. You've been trained into those ways of being. Sometimes there's survival mechanisms. Sometimes they've been ways you've learned to get your needs met, but it's not coming from that heart, body, soul aligned version of you, which is that authentic, alive version of you that lives beyond the attachments of your past. So this needs to be a choice, and a choice that you make every day of where you want to lead from, what you want to choose from. And having gone through this many, many times over and over again myself, it's not comfortable transitioning from your attachments, what you know, into the future wealthy you. And this is why we've got to hold you in what I like to call the void space of the in-between, as you're moving from one world into another world. You're alchemizing through the power of the present. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you in a minute through this process, through a guided meditation, guided activation that is part of a daily practice. And what I would like to remind you is, as you're releasing and letting go, right, there is an important process to go through. And I find that grieving is an essential part of unhooking. Grieving, right, the loss of what was, grieving the hope and prayer of something that you have wanted that isn't, and letting go, right? Letting go, letting go, letting go. Letting go sounds simple. We call it soulfully surrender, letting go, grieving into gold, but it's allowing yourself to feel all the feelings and letting them to move through your body. And that's the bit that most human beings don't want to feel. And that's what shuts down this process and keeps you stuck and looping in cycles. You want to feel the feeling you don't want to feel, to unhook and let go. We want to go and meet the unmet needs. So in that part that's trying to attach, right? Remember, you're trying to get your needs met by an external source. And to pull the energy back in, we need to find what's the unmet need that you're desperately trying to have met, right, by the world around you. What is that unmet need? And what is the feeling that you don't want to feel in there? And this is how we pull the plug and bring you back home to embody your wealth and drop in into your next level. So what is that unmet need? You may not even know what it is consciously, but you need to go and figure out what that is. What is the feeling that you don't want to feel? You may not know consciously, but hold space to allow it to be here. And this is the alchemy process. And this is the bit that feels bad when you're in the middle of it. I find that once you fully drop in and surrender, there's a relief and a release. But it's vulnerable, because then it exposes something. It exposes this space inside of you that you've been disconnected from, that you haven't known how to receive. Because rewiring to receive is really about receiving this part of yourself that lives in the unmet need, the unheld part. And so for a minute, that's going to feel like the void. Or it might feel like loneliness. It might feel like sadness. It might feel like, I don't know what the hell is going on. My whole world is flipped inside out and upside down. Because in a way, it is flipping inside out and upside down, because you're so used to defining who you are and how you are and the world as you know it based on your attachments or how you do things. And so this is what I love and call the tumble dryer of transformation. We need to hold space for this part that's in the void or in the darkness or in the shadow. And as you hold space in time, you start to learn how to receive into there. We want to bring that source energy, soul energy, life force energy to come and meet it and hold it. And when you can meet it and hold it, then the world can meet it and hold it. And we start to pull energy towards you and create this vortex of receiving and drawing in and drawing towards. But holding this is the mastery. Holding the space in the mastery and staying in it and not bailing on yourself. Oh, it takes courage. It really does. This is why it's so essential that you're held and supported to keep anchoring back in. Because left to your own devices, we tend to bail and go for that thing. For a long time for me, it was food, right? It was using food to fill. I've done lots of ways to fill. Family, places, ways of doing things. Letting go of that thing that brought you comfort or a sense of safety or a sense of home can be really sad, right? So, and confusing for a little while. And so the way to cut through the crap, cut the cords of attachment, is by tapping into that heart, body, soul line, future wealthy you. Who is that version of me? And how I navigate this is to talk to that part and ask, what do they do? What are they doing? How do they do this? What is their relationship like with X, Y, Z? How do they show up? How do they be? What do they choose? What do they not choose? How would future wealthy you deal with this situation versus present day you? Present day you is in a spin, right? Doing things in a particular way. What is the future wealthy that's already manifested that result? What do they do? And they will be doing things differently. Right? They will be doing things differently. They have a different point of view, different state of being. And this is what you want to train yourself into. Hold this version of you and step into this version of you, that future wealthy. And then we start to bridge and bring together. So this is the theory. This is the concept. And that might sound interesting. The magic comes from the integration and the doing of it. And no one can do this for you except for you. I'm here to hold space for you. We're here to hold space for you, and a powerful space for you to bring in all the energy that you need and require. But you are the one that's going to go through, right, this alchemical process, the fire of transformation, the tumble dryer of transformation, and holding yourself through that change and not bailing on yourself. And this is a daily practice. It is a daily practice. It is a discipline to rewire yourself into the version of yourself that knows how to manifest. So remember patience. Remember that we're bringing in that wealthy witness to witness and observe and watch the different parts of you. Watch that wealthy, empowered, abundant, expansive version of yourself. And then watch that scared little small survival self. And just watch and witness the difference, how they do things differently. That survival part of you is going to be firing off, screaming loudly, very noisy. It's going to be happening on default. Your whole system is going to be wired for survival, especially as you're going through change. So the mastery is holding that part of you, not reacting from that part of you, not making decisions from that part of yourself as you're letting go. Your mind will be spinning, your emotions will be reacting, your nervous system will be firing. And we want to bring yourself back into the practice so you can balance the mind, balance the emotions, regulate your nervous system, come back home. Come back home. In some moments, you've got to do that quickly. Some moments you might need more time, but holding space until you come back into that alignment again, as best as you can. So this is the theory. This is the practice. And now what I want to do is take you into an activation so we can actually do this together and go in to have the lived experience. So first of all, before we dive in, I want to flood all the love and all the compassion onto your attachment patterns, onto the things that you're attached to, that future wealthy you has let go of. You may be aware of some of them now. You may not be aware of some of them now. That's okay. All will be revealed one step at a time. And we're pouring all the love because this is how we transform through love and safety and space. Unconditional acceptance and fully receiving yourself. All parts of yourself fully received. That's how we transform. But equally, in the space of radical receiving, I like to call it, for revolutionary riches, it doesn't mean you let yourself off the hook. So we hold that space, but we're also making a clear and concise decision into change. So you're making the decision, the choice, the declaration of what you want. And if you're aware of what you are choosing to let go of, and then bringing in that space of unconditional love and acceptance to actually do the work. So the declaration is this very direct choice, boom. And then the transformation happens through the space. So I would like you to, when you're ready, get yourself nice and comfortable and close your eyes. And we're going to go in and do this together now. In today's activation, we are letting go of attachments. Letting go of that which you are attached to, consciously or unconsciously, that is holding you back from stepping into your next level, from manifesting what you want. You're not going to do this with the mind. This actually wants to happen. This is aligned to happen when you relax, when you release, when you embody, and when you open up to receive. This is just what happens through deep surrender and deep letting go. So let's take some beautiful deep breaths into your body. Relaxing and releasing with the exhale. Slow, deep inhalations and exhalations. We're calling on the consciousness of your soul, of source energy, of your heart, of your body's wisdom, of planet Earth. We are calling on the consciousness of what it is that you truly desire, what it is that you want to manifest, that heart, body, soul aligned desire that is designed and ready to grow, that is wanting to blossom and become through you and for you. So we are welcoming what it is that you want, what it is that you desire into this space. It's here, it's alive. We're breathing to receive your intention, your desire, welcoming it here now. Calling on the consciousness of your desired result, your desired outcome. And a reminder that your mind may not fully understand what this is. So we want to feel your way into this. Source, soul, heart, body, earth. The alignment of what it is that you want. You're not going to think your way into this. You're going to feel your way through this. Breathing in slow, deep inhalations and exhalations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to call on future wealthy you, the version of yourself that has already manifested your desired outcome. This version of you lives inside of you now, is untapped potential, dormant power, life force energy. We're going to welcome this part of you here now as your guide, as your mentor, leading you through the darkness, leading you through the unknown. We're inviting you to keep breathing slow, deep inhalations and exhalations, inviting you to relax, deeply relax into this moment, into the power of the present, where all change happens. Breathing in slow, deep inhalations and exhalations. And you're breathing in source energy, the energy of your soul, the energy of your heart, the energy of the earth, the energy inside of your body. We're breathing in to receive. And then with the exhale, you are holding space to release and let go of anything in the way of manifesting what you want. Remembering that what you want and who you are becoming wants to grow and blossom and become. You are designed to grow and evolve and blossom and become when there is space to do so. When there is the right support and resources to do so. So breathe it all in. Welcoming what you want to every cell of your body, every cell of your being now. Beautiful. So as we welcome what you want and welcome the version of yourself that knows how to create it, that is aligned to create it, aligned to receive it, aligned to take the aligned action steps, we're going to ask to be shown, to reveal what you are attached to that is blocking or stopping this process. What are you attached to that is leaking your energy, draining your resources, dimming your power, keeping you stuck into the cycles of the past? Breathe to receive. Breathe to receive. We're going to call on your wealthy witness just to see it, to witness it. Free from judgment. Free from the shame, blame cycle. We are just going to see, reveal, so you can heal. See, so you can set yourself free. Your attachments can be to things, people, places, ideas, habits, points of view, beliefs, attachments to the past. It's very normal to be attached. We want to make sure that you're attached to the things that are going to move you forward, that are aligned with what you want. So we're going to hold space now. We're going to hold space to release and let go of any unhealthy attachments. Free from judgment, meaning that we're going to release the attachments that stop you from manifesting what you want. They're not good, bad, right, or wrong. But we want to release the attachments that keep you stuck, that keep you leaking your energy. So we're going to see and feel, if you can, just hold space to release and let go. Release and let go. Release and let go. This is also what your body wants to do when you feel safe and held and supported. Relaxing so you can release. I'm going to ask that you pull all your energy back from that which you are attached to, drawing all the energy you've been giving away and bringing it back into your beautiful body now. everywhere you've been seeking outside of you, making external situations the source. We're going to call that back now, call that home now, breathe back into your body, reconnecting to the source within. Reconnecting to the source within. Breathe into your beautiful body, beautiful belly. We're drawing all that energy back now. And you can ask, what is the unmet need that has caused you to attach? Beyond that attachment, what is it that you need? What is it that you want? What is it that you are seeking and searching for outside of yourself? This is what we want to meet now, and it's usually deep in the belly. So we want to breathe in. What is that unmet need? You may not even know what that is consciously, but we're breathing that back home. What do you want? What do you desire? What are you hungry for? We're going to hold space for this need, this want, this desire, and receive it. You are going to receive it, and we're going to hold space for it to meet that need, to honor that one, to fulfill that desire, but from within the consciousness of your soul, your heart, your body, the earth, pulling it back from external and coming back home. Beautiful. Rewiring to receive. Gorgeous. And we're going to hold it now. Breathing in. We're going to flood this source energy, soul energy, heart's consciousness, body's wisdom, earth's energy into this unmet need, this want, this desire, filling your cup. We're releasing all of the conscious and unconscious attachments, expectations, projections, judgments, confusion, misaligned information. So you can come back home to the deepest truth within yourself. And as you release and let go, I'm coming back home to yourself. Know that it is completely normal to feel all sorts of feelings of grief, sadness, loss, loneliness, shame, fear. Just breathing to receive all the feelings that are here. Feeling the feelings you don't want to feel and allowing them to move through you like the weather. Releasing your attachments to your feelings as well, just letting them move through. This too shall change. This too shall change. This too shall change. Breathing in, beautiful. Beautiful. Honoring the process you are in. So we're holding the intention to release all the unhealthy or misaligned attachments holding you back. We're letting them go, grieving into gold, putting them in the ground, handing them over. You can see, feel, imagine, know your support team all around you, just handing it over, making a choice now to let it go. Simple as that. And then you're going to keep practicing. You're going to keep practicing. And as you release, as you let go, You are creating space, more space to receive. So holding that space, the void space of the in-between, I like to call it, that looks like space, nothingness, darkness, the unknown. We hold it and we breathe into it. We hold it, we breathe into it. And you are learning how to receive into this void space. We are calling on source energy, the energy of your soul, the energy of your heart, the energy of your body, the energy of the earth, to flood you with energy now. Receiving what it is that you want, receiving what it is that you need, receiving what it is that you desire. But your mind won't know what that is yet. Your mind won't know where that's coming from yet. This is beyond your attachments, beyond your past. We're opening up to receive something new. It's a known unknown. It's known to your heart, your soul, your body. Going to train yourself into receiving. Train yourself into receiving. Rewiring to receive. Beautiful. And relax. And breathe. Release. Let go. Open up to receive. Beautiful. And we're opening up to receive the version of you that knows how to manifest what you want. Welcoming the version of you who you must become to welcome in what you want. You are receiving what you desire, and you're receiving the version of yourself that knows how to manifest. Breathing to receive, welcoming them in, to embody your wealth. Taking up space. Stepping in to your power. To create, to receive, to co-create. Beautiful. Welcoming the vibration of wealth, the vibration of abundance, who you are beyond attachments, relaxed into life, trusting, being present. Welcoming the power, the pulse of the present. Keep breathing. Sinking in to that abundant, powerful version of you. Sinking in to what it is that you want. Dropping in deeply into your body. And opening up to receive all the known and the unknown spaces and places. When you let go of attachment, you can open up to receive on a whole other level, beyond the mind, beyond your past, beyond your lived experience. And even though this is very powerful, it's also vulnerable, because you are in the unknown. So honoring the vulnerability, honoring the power, and trusting in the process. Trusting in the healing journey, the transformation journey, the manifestation magic. Holding space for yourself, what you want, and your future. And you can ask future wealthy you, the version of yourself that has already manifested what you want. What is their relationship like with the things you've been attached to? How are they with this thing or experience or person or place? What is their point of view? How do they be with it? What is their relationship like with it and to it? Because it doesn't always mean letting go completely. Letting go of attachments usually means transforming your relationship with the thing. How you relate to it, how you interact with it. So tapping into that wealthy wisdom. What do they know? What do they do? What do they not do? How do they be? How do they not be? Tapping into that version of you. Let them lead and show you the way. And choosing to lead from your wealth. Choosing to take action aligned with your soul, with your heart, with your body. And that is the discipline. That is the practice to keep choosing from this place. Beautiful. And you can tune in at the close of this practice to aligned action. What action are you being aligned to take? What action are you being guided not to take? Tuning in. Making a note of any wisdom, any guidance that has come through. To remind yourself And I'd like to give thanks to all of the support, all of the energy that has been coming through in today's activation. The known, the unknown, the seen, the unseen. Welcoming in the consciousness that is working with you, through you, for you, and honoring it. Honoring yourself and doing this brave, bold work. Choosing to let go of that which is no longer aligned, which is squashing your life force energy, leaking your energy, dimming your power, and choosing to come back to your power, come back to your inner source, to consciously create what it is that you truly desire into your future by alchemizing your past through the power of the present. I honor you. And slowly, when you're ready, in your own time, you can begin to come round, taking a minute to write down any insights that have come through from today's session. Thank you for joining me for today's masterclass and meditation, Let Go of Attachments. I would love to know what's come through from today's session. Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear. And if you would like any more support with this, I have a wealth of resources beyond today's session. Check out the links below this video. Come to my website, larawaldman.com, and tap into the resources that we have for you. We have a free wealth expansion call. We have the upcoming wealth retreats. We have live events. And we also have opened up space inside of my group program, the Living Abundance Mastermind. We are here to help hold a safe and powerful space to help you do this beautiful manifestation work. You were never meant to do this alone. We're here to support you. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to this channel to receive our weekly resources, meditations, activations, and masterclasses. And I look forward to being with you again next time.